What is up, family? Jimmy here with another BPO weekly analysis, and this one is for November 17th through February 22nd. Okay, we will be discussing the pairs that we are looking at, the free pairs that we are going to be sending out, as well as going over what the paid group will be looking for as well without giving away too much. Okay, so first and foremost, the pairs that we're going to be going over today are gold, AUDNZD, and CADJPY. So jumping straight in, gold on the monthly time frame. Okay, as you can see, she hit our monthly target of 1446 perfectly, absolutely perfectly. Switching to the weekly time frame, we can see this even more clearer. Boom, perfect. Okay, so just going back to the monthly though, still very, very overextended to me. Okay, so pulling that fib back out, we can see, boom, right above our 32A was our monthly target, hit perfectly. So our next target now lines up right about here. I would say, realistically speaking, our next real target will be 1420 to 1415, right above the 50%. Okay, on the monthly. And as you can see, if you scroll back, resistance, support. This is on the monthly, so resistance, resistance, support. Right, resistance turn support, right on that line. So we can see that it is a major, major area. Okay, so let's go ahead and switch over to the daily time frame. So switching over to the daily time frame, you see this highlighted region right here. This was actually on the previous analysis video where we took our short positions from if we hadn't caught it from up in this region, okay, or the 15, 15, 15 10s, right? If we haven't caught the super good ones, this is where we looked for a retest of this broken trend line to continue to the downside. Boom, was literally perfect. And we set our buy limit. We got down there at 1447.9, which our first TP was 1470, hit perfectly. Boom. We got our, 230 pips from that. And we actually currently have a second position that we entered running because we always enter two, right, guys? And our second TP. And so this trade is still active, running about 197 pips. Okay. So it's perfect. So looking at the daily, I'm fitting this out. You can see this rejection here of the 50%, and we are actually currently below the 38.2. Okay, and this is on the daily time frame. You can see this rejection, right? Boom, boom, right? So we will be looking for shorts off of this to further continuation to the downside. Okay, I'll be watching it off of the 4-hour time frame. Okay, to try to get a good entry, probably in this region here. Let's go ahead and highlight it for you guys and gals. Okay, probably within these regions here. Okay, so up in here. Okay, so and why Jimmy, why are you looking up that high? Why aren't we looking to short it right now? What is the market doing? Monitor price action. That's what we're doing. We had our low, instantly reject, higher low, higher high, higher low, and y'all can literally mark these out if you don't believe that it's higher. Boom, that's obviously, right? That's obviously a higher low than this is. So market structure is still in the bullish market. Okay, but we will be monitoring short positions, and like I said, we do still have our one position open in case we get a full market retest, right? Which we definitely could. I would like to look for shorts though between the 50% and the 61.8 on gold. Okay, but we will go with whatever she gives us. Okay, switching over to AUDNZD. Okay, looking at this from the weekly perspective, you can see this major region, right? Support and resistance, turned into support, boom, bounced off and went down and created a double top and broke, right? And you can see this on the weekly. It's even more clear on the daily time frame. Came up, right, made a double top, and bam, plowed. Okay, so pulling out our fib once again because we just had our impulse move. Right, so we will be looking for a retracement on this to at least the 382, right? You can see that this is a major zone, and then further continuation to the downside, right? With the 027 being our first target. Okay, honestly, I would like it to come up even more, because with Fibonacci's, the higher the level, the less room for error, and also you're gonna catch more pips. Right, so but we will be monitoring this and we'll be looking for shorts, but I'd like to see it retrace to at least minimum the 38.2. Okay, and whenever this happens, we will go ahead and we'll switch to the 4-hour. We'll monitor price action and we will look for entry positions on AUDNZD. Okay, moving on to our next pair, CADJPY. Okay, so looking at this off of the weekly time frame, we can see this trend line. We can see that it broke this trend line and it did attempt a retest and then immediately wicked up. Okay, so pulling out our fib here on the weekly time frame from the impulse, right? You can see that it rejected right. Just get this fib. I get very anal retentive about these. Okay, it rejected perfectly off the 50%. Right? Crazy. Resistance turned into support. Right? So, and this one is a very, very clean price action. Okay? You can literally sit here, impulse, retrace, impulse, retrace. Right? It's been doing this for a while. So very clean price action. Based on this, we could consider further upside, right, to the 027, which lies at 84.136. So realistically speaking, I would set this target, our TP target, at the first rounded number. So 8,400 would be our first target, and it correlates right below the 027, which is perfect in correlation. Right, so we went ahead, we already drew all the impulse retracements. So on the weekly, let's go ahead and move to the 1 day. Okay, so as you can still see, our fib is still out, right? We can see this a little bit clearer. You saw this daily wick reject off of the 50%. Okay, so what I'll be looking for, right, because we already did pass the 38.2, you have to realize that there is a decent amount of resistance around our 23.6. Okay, so let's go ahead and draw this zone out. All right, and if you pull back, look at that. Look at that. Boom, look at that. All of that. Right? Let's do this and show you guys and gals. Look at that. Look at all of that. Right? So, actually just deleted it, but you can see all that, right? So, major support resistance area. So, what I would like to see happen here with this pair, let's pull out our arrow. I would like to see a break, and the safe long positions would be on a retest of this, and our first target would be our 84, our 027. Okay, so these are the new pairs that we will be looking at this week. If you guys have not already looked at last week's pairs, we will continue to monitor those as well. A lot of them have already hit TP1 and are still in motion to continue and hit our TP2s and TP3s for those pairs. If you guys did not see that video, I will link it in the description of this video below, so you can go check it out and catch those pips this week as well. If you guys and girls like these videos and like these breakdowns, make sure to comment with what pairs you'd like BPO to dive into next week. And if you like this analysis video, be sure to share it with your friends and make sure to subscribe, like, and stay updated on the market analysis, okay? The more that you guys and girls like, comment, and share these videos, the more of these we will create. The goal is to continue with these videos once a week, and eventually, if you guys are actually enjoying them and getting something out of them, we will go to a twice a week YouTube video schedule. So again, if you guys like these videos, you want to see more BPO weekly breakdowns, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.